Yes, welcome back to another episode of Football Please. This is Vase, and by what a crazy match! By another Real Madrid comeback on a Champions League night. It's written in the history books. Literally, it was a game of determination, fight, hunger to win, and Real Madrid was like उस पे पूरा उस चीज़ के ऊपर उतरे when they conceded the 3 goals that Modric assist, like absolutely out of this world, by magical. These things do not happen every game, and these things are not everyday things. Like भाई नहीं कर सकता हर कोई बंदा. It's had to be Luka Modric, it had to be Benzema भाई. It was a crazy game भाई, like nothing to like brag about कि भाई Chelsea didn't play. Chelsea was on fire भाई, far. Literally they were by far the best team in the match for about for 80% of the match. They were the best team. They were dominating Real Madrid tactically, and Tuchel was very clear about his tactics and what he had to do to defeat Real Madrid. Scoring 3 at the Bernabeu isn't easy for any team. We have seen many teams come and go with with their faces down, and like scoring 3 goals at the Bernabeu was literally out of this world. Like it wasn't very common. और ये चीज़ हम लोग टूशल से देखते आ रहे हैं. His attitude, his man management, his ability, his man management Chelsea has been wonderful. Like उससे पहले he has been under some criticism कि इसकी man management उतनी अच्छी नहीं थी. Most managers have. He's had a lot of controversies with players, but still with this Chelsea team he has been phenomenal with man management, and he was animated throughout the match. He had that belief. His players had that belief that they can, and they nearly did. Right? They nearly shocked the whole world. They were on top of their game throughout the match. Like if you talked about the game tactically, the game was tactically alive till Chelsea's third goal. After that, it was all about Madrid's determination, Madrid's hunger, Madrid's mindset. That's the most important thing. They showed again that they are the team for the Champions League. This is their ground. This is their competition. This is their piece of paper. This is like Chelsea. If we talked about the game tactically, 50th, 60th, even 70th minute तक, it was all Chelsea. Look, if you tactically break down the game, what Tuchel repeated the same thing that Real Madrid did to them in the first leg. What happened in the first leg? If you talk about the midfield, Cruz was much more deeper. Okay, he attracted Kante, Jorginho onto him, which created a lot of spaces behind their backs, and Real Madrid capitalized on it. And what went again, what Chelsea did today was the same thing. They attracted Cruz onto them. उनको पता है Cruz के पास legs नहीं है भागने के लिए. ठीक है. They made Cruz run. ठीक है. They made Cruz run. They made them chase the ball. And with that, when they attracted Cruz onto them, जिसकी Madrid के पीछे spaces खाली हो रहे थे behind Cruz. ठीक है. And to cover up, वालवर्डे भी आ रहा था. जब वालवर्डे आ रहा था तो और स्पेसेस बन रहे थे राइट हैंड साइड की तरफ से, जिसकी वजह से चेल्सी वॉज एबल टू एक्सप्लॉइट रियल मैड्रिड्स विंग और रियल मैड्रिड के इनसाइड स्पेसेस. ठीक है. एंड वी ऑल नो माउंटेन हैबिट ड्रॉप अ लॉट. ठीक है. यूजुअली इन गेम्स, और दे डिड इन दिस गेम एज वेल. दे ड्रॉप्ड, दे रिसीव्ड द बॉल and tried to give the ball to Werner, who is one of the best in making in behinds, and Reece James as well, who was going a lot forward from that right wing. So simple plan the Chelsea attract Madrid's midfield, do not let them have the ball. पहले leg में Madrid had the ball and Chelsea literally made Chelsea pay for it. They were outstanding. Cruz was literally making players crazy. Like he was not letting any single player touch the ball in the first leg, और this leg में उन्होंने same चीज़ क्रूज के साथ की. They weren't letting Cruz and Modric to be much more comfortable on them. Although Modric was brilliant, I think the best player for Madrid in this game, alongside Valverde, if I say. But they weren't letting Modric and Kroos to be comfortable with the ball, और जिसकी वजह से they were making Modric and Kroos chase, ठीक है, and we all know they are in their late 30s, और it isn't easy for them to chase the ball and press, जिसकी वजह से there were a lot of success in Real Madrid's backline. Or today even Nacho was playing, Militao wasn't there, it was highly a high chance that they would exploit Madrid's backline, ठीक है. और आज I think one disappointing in the Chelsea side is that Kai Havertz didn't exploit a lot of the Madrid के center backs between की जो spaces हैं, Kai Havertz ने इतनी ज़्यादा exploit नहीं करी, because Nacho isn't comfortable in the air as much as Militao. Havertz is one of the best in the world in the air. He had to use his knack to win balls in the air, and he did not do well in that department. He did not make the Real Madrid defense look vulnerable. Mount was brilliant today. Mount was dropping, he was creating a lot of balls for his wingers, he was running into that inside spaces, और tuck in कर रहा था alongside Havertz as a secondary striker most of the time to maneuver what Tuchel was wanting from it, and he did really well. The first goal was amazing, a wonderful volley. It isn't always easy to score from these type of volleys because it's coming, आपके पास foreign ball आती है and you have to do it on your first and he did it, first time finish, and what a goal he scored. And Chelsea के दूसरे तीसरा goal भी, it was like literally Madrid were clueless, ठीक है. Madrid didn't expect first of all Chelsea to go forward at the back. Chelsea went forward at the back, ठीक है, even though they were a lot more 3 at the back, 5 at the back throughout the game, but on paper they were 4 at the back for the start of the game. For the majority of the first half they were playing as 4 at the back, ठीक है, जिसकी वजह से Madrid didn't expect them कि वो extra midfielder के साथ Madrid को करेंगे. Loftus-Cheek is a good ball carrier, Kovacic was a good ball carrier. They weren't letting Real Madrid be comfortable on the ball, and the work rate that Kovacic brings on the table is something that Chelsea thrives for. First leg में Kovacic wasn't there. First half में Jorginho wasn't able to make the runs in the box. It was all on Kante, and Kante isn't on his game at the moment. और इस मैच में one of the worst performances from Chelsea was only I think the off point from Chelsea's performance was Kante. Kante wasn't comfortable on the ball. Kroos was literally, Kroos ने उससे ball छीनी इतनी दफ़ा. Like it wasn't the Kante that was last year. He wasn't the same, and this is what. And after Chelsea scored 3 goals, it was all on Madrid to show their mental strength, to show their belief that they are the kings of Europe. And Luka Modric, how can this guy be 36-year-old and he was playing fine throughout the 120 minutes? Modric, Benzema, they were literally नीचे ज़मीन पे पड़े हुए थे भाई. They were laying on the grass, they were making tackles. Benzema was half injured, he wasn't fully 100%, he was still doing a lot for the team. Or this shows the character, this shows the willingness, this shows the hunger in these Real Madrid, especially these Madrid legends, Madrid veterans, Benzema, Modric, Kroos. They showed that how well drilled mindset they have to win, and they showed it. Or after that third goal, it was all about Madrid, and Modric with a beautiful cross, Rodrigo with a wonderful finish. By it's not always easy to finish on the volley first time, and he did it really well. Mendy had no chance. और फिर भाई सेकंड गोल, भाई कामाविंगा का काम वॉज अंडर रेटेड भाई. अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल जो क्रूज हो ना, क्रूज इजंट दैट मच क्विक टू गेट ऑन टू द बॉल. उस जैसी बॉल लूज़ हुई थी, आई गेस जेम्स से हुई थी, Kamavinga was quick onto it. He saw Vinicius in space, he maneuvered the ball to Vinicius, and Vinicius throughout the match, Vinicius I think was the poorest player for Real Madrid, but one moment of magic you say in football, and he got that chance, he threw across to Benzema, and Benzema again by Kareem for Bollinger, bhai. What a goal, bhai. What a goal again. It wasn't like it was easy as compared to the goals he scored in the first leg, but still, man. But still, it's not always easy in these tough situations and such pressure situations to deliver. And Benzema has done it for Real Madrid this season. He has 38 official goals, 38 official goals in 38 official matches this season, and it's something tremendous by it's something tremendous coming out of Ronaldo's shadow, delivering it for Madrid, being the main man in the world at the moment. Everyone's talking about him. Everyone everyone is contending him for the Ballon d'Or. Like, brilliant, by what much I can say. Still, by to conclude, there were a lot of loopholes in Real Madrid's performance. You cannot go with these type of performance against teams like Man City or Atletico who are upcoming. If Man City, आई विश भाई दुआ करता हूँ भाई एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ हो गई आज. एंड अनदर थिंग भाई, विला रियल नॉक्ड बायर्न आउट. इट वाज द हैप्पीएस्ट मोमेंट भाई. आई हेट बायर्न म्यूनिख. लाइक पता नहीं मुझे इस टीम से नफरत है, बस है कुछ है. आई डोंट लाइक दैट टीम एनी, मतलब कुछ भी कॉस्ट पे. आई डोंट लाइक दैट टीम. और विला रियल भाई 7th इन ला लीगा, नॉकिंग आउट द लीडर ऑफ बुंडेसलीगा भाई. दिस शोज यूनाई एमरी भाई. गुड इवनिंग भाई, गुड इवनिंग भाई, गुड इवनिंग. Unai Emery, bhai, king, man, king. He delivers, always delivers. Knocked Juventus out, knocked Bayern out. Like, it isn't easy, bhai. It is 7th in La Liga, losing to, I guess, 19th. Losing to Alaves and Levante recently, still going on to defeat Bayern Munich, bhai, former champions of Europe. It's something unbelievable, bhai. What a day of football. Still, Real Madrid have a lot of loopholes. Either they play Man City or Atletico, they need to improve a lot in every department. Especially, Carlo has to sort out the Cruz वाली thing कि Cruz को कितना press करवाना है, Cruz को नहीं करवा कितना press नहीं करवाना है, क्योंकि today he repeated the same thing. He made Cruz press and it was all vulnerable for Real Madrid. So that's, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot. Like, subscribe, and do whatever you want. This is Vas signing off.